Welcome, Gemini, to our love tarot card reading, you versus them. Thank you for joining me today. So let's jump right into that. I have drawn your connection card already. A little bit different this time. We have an astrology card. It's Gemini and your ruling planet Mercury. Beautiful cards. Please concentrate on those cards for a moment. Could be a few seconds or a few minutes. If you want to pause the video and have a little meditation, please feel free to do so. We want to draw the universal energy to our tarot card reading today. And just let's concentrate for a few seconds on that card. Okay, then let's see how we are gonna do today. Okay, so I'm doing a little bit different today. I will put the cards face down and we're gonna talk about you first, Gemini. Gemini, a very adaptable, outgoing and intelligent zodiac sign. You are an air sign, a little bit unreliable, a little bit nosy, but nevertheless very lovable, of course. No judgment here. Just, we all have our little weaknesses. Nothing wrong with being nosy or curious about certain things. Okay, Gemini, let's see. We have the Empress, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. Now, with the Empress being right in the beginning of the reading, showing up here, Major Arcana, you have and the Queen of Pentacles, you have a lot of feminine, nurturing, and also mothering vibrations here. So there is love, there is motherhood, there is fertility and birth. There's a lot of creativity. You have a full moon energy here. So really a lot of strong feminine power. Doesn't mean you have to be a woman. You can be a man and have feminine power and lunar power. Nothing wrong with that as well. It's just the vibration and the energies where the tendency is right now. Of course, the feminine power is always a little bit softer than the masculine power. It's more emotional. When we talk about that, I don't want to stick to any stigmas here, but it is a fact that the moon, which is connected with feminine power, and in that case with the Empress, has a softer approach than the sun, for example, which is more masculine and aggressive. Now, they're both strong and powerful, but in a different way, and that's fine. Now, we are looking at the Queen of Pentacles, so you're definitely looking at inspiration. You're definitely looking at building something up. There's a plan here. You want a family. You want children. You want probably a bigger family. You want a stable home, a loving relationship. And I'm not 100% sure how you're approaching it, Gemini. There is a little bit of when you're very impulsive, so that might be something you're really looking for right now, but you should check if that is really what you want. And if you have that person in your life, you can actually build up something like this, because you're happy right now and you feel deep feelings and deep emotions, and there's a lot of passion in there as well. It doesn't mean that your relationship is ready for something permanent and like a soulmate relationship where you can trust each other until basically the end of our earthly lives. The Three of Swords is a card which I do not like in my readings, because that means there is something happening which will hurt you. Whatever it is, if it's betrayal, if it's heartbreak, if it's a truth you haven't expected, if it's something, it doesn't really always mean that that it must be your person who's doing it to you. It could be circumstances which are hurtful for you. So depending on how you approach that and depending how it all comes together, this is right now, the energies where we are going here is not in your favor. I'm sorry to say that. And I will not sugarcoat it for you, Gemini, because you need to know the truth and the information. Now, having said that, when we see those combinations, when we see the tarot decks, it doesn't mean this is how it's gonna happen. And also keep in mind, this is a general reading. So just take what resonates with you. You will know if this is for you or not. And the thing is that this is a tendency, a vibration, which is around you. With this information and your free will, you can turn it around. You can make it better for you. And that's one of the reasons why I always encourage people to have tarot card readings. You're going to get information, what's happening around you, what is going on in your subconsciousness, and bringing information to the surface will help you to make the right decision, which you will benefit from. Now, let's have a look at your person. Your person is the Seven of Pentacles, is the Nine of Cups, and is the Sun. So definitely, from what I'm seeing here, is your person is not giving you that heartbreak. There will be circumstances where you both have to work on in order to avoid that. Just say this very, very, straightforward. The Seven of Pentacles right here. Again, there is a big interest. Your person really wants to build something with you. Your person is looking for like a kind of a victory. There's a lot of skills involved. There's also a little bit of impatience and an underlying mystery. So there's obviously some things which have not been brought to the surface here. So maybe that is referring to that you will hear something you don't like, or maybe even hurt you. But from what I'm seeing in the whole combination, the big picture, once you have worked yourself through that, if you even go to the point where it hurts you that much, you will be fine. The Nine of Cups right here is telling me that there will be a melancholy, there will be sadness, but there's also a certain contentment, and there's emotional satisfaction here. You will come to certain limits and boundaries, and again, whatever that means, you will know better than I do, because, as I said, this is a general reading, and we cannot go into personal depths here, but it gives you the tendency of what is going on and what you might want to look out for. You can also see that this is actually bringing the efforts have come to fruition. There is a kind of contentment here. Satisfaction, not quite the happiness you're looking for or your person is looking for. So there's obviously a lot of things in the beginning, a lot of plans in building up a family, but there are some restrictions in, doing that and going forward, whatever those restrictions are. However, here is the Sun, and the Sun is a card of strength, and it's a card of a lot of light bringing into your life. So it is, how can I say that? It is a very happy card. So you see, when we talked about lunar energy here, that is the opposite. So you have a very, very strong, a very supportive person in your life here. Your person has a lot of personal power. There's enthusiasm, vitality. There is a lot of support, bringing all those light and that happiness towards you. So you really have somebody who is supporting you and can help you to go through that with you together. Obviously, if you have those distractions, this kind of sadness going on here, your person is definitely here and will help you to go through that with his strength and with his power and the positive energy they're bringing in. Gemini, if you look at your card, you are very lively and witty, but you're also very communicative, and this is one of the most important things, that you have to communicate. And I'm pretty sure this is what's happening here. This is what will be there, that you will have an open conversation where you can bring everything on the table, and it will be the solution will be happiness and growth. So we are looking at something which is certainly not just a bump in the road, certainly something you have to deal with and work through, but the outcome is very, very positive. Now let's see what our angel cards have to say about that. So I see a no in here, and I see surrender, manifestation, and take charge and action. Now, let me just go into that a little bit deeper. There is a disruption. Whatever you plan here, obviously is not going to happen, or is not going to happen now as of yet. But it's also asking you to manifest your wishes and to surrender maybe what fate has in mind for you. There's something you have to accept here. There's something you think is different than it really is. So this is something you really have to work with. You have to surrender to the idea of whatever it is, whatever your imagination, your impression was. It is different. Whatever your plans were, maybe not come fully to fruition, but it doesn't mean that you cannot be happy or you cannot have happiness. So you have to really take charge here, and the action is to bring that on the table, to really communicate and express what is going on and what you want to where you want to go, and if that is possible. And if it's not possible, if your person has not really the same path in mind, then there's obviously options which you can take on as your own and go with your person, and you can still have a lot of happiness. But you kind of have to let go whatever is in your mind. You have to manifest the situation as it is and accept, and then take charge and the action to go forward with your person in order to find the happiness you deserve, and the happiness which is definitely available to you and at your fingertip. Sometimes the happiness, the universe knows what's good for you is not what we have in mind. Maybe we're sticking to traditions, and this is not how we should live our life. So be open, let things go. Don't hold on to something which might not have even any value to you. So just be open, be communicative, and don't make any impulsive decisions. Just let it come. You are very adaptable, Gemini, and it will be a good decision for you at the end. You just have to kind of listen, to yourself and go within in order to find out what is it you really want. Well, Gemini, thank you so much for joining me today. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel so we can talk to each other again, and leave a comment in the section below. I would appreciate that. Thank you again, and have a wonderful day.